Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you all for being here. What I want to talk about today is kind of just the environment of crypto and the reality of, okay, so we're currently in a bear-like market. Now I'm going to emphasize the bear-like because it's a bearish prices for crypto, 100 fucking percent, right? No argument there. Mostly due to look at the macroeconomics. Gold and silver has been going everywhere, mostly up, right? They've had a recent retracement. Gold, had like 16%, silver had about 30. But that was after they went up, what, over 100x and over 100% over 400%, right? We know that we're in the most crypto-friendly time period ever. We've got the new Fed chair announced coming in, which is going to be essentially a yes man for Trump. They're going to bring their interest rates down to as close to 1% as they can. We're having more and more regulation. We're having more and more announcements and advertising about crypto. Stocks have been going up. We've hit all-time high for NASDAQ, a couple of times, or we've broached it several times. But crypto market has been, right? And the reality of it is, crypto is just in a bearish sentiment right now. I'm not going to blow any smoke up your asses. If you guys have been here before, I'm not known as being the most overzealous, bullish person. I try to be realistic in my own opinion. And today I'm going to talk about what's going on a little bit on the macro aspect of things, specifically with gold, what I think is going to come in with it. And I want to talk a little bit about the microcaps. They're destroyed. And I hear everyone who has microcaps, you see this on Twitter, you see this on Reddit, you see this on YouTube, of their microcaps, they're going to do fine, they're going to the moon. If I own it, it's going to be great, it's this one. All the others are dog shit, all the others are going to zero, and we don't have a fucking clue, right? Microcaps are fun little gambles. They are high risk, high reward, and no financial advice, my opinions of things. It's why you keep microcaps as a small part of your portfolio. They're great for swing trading, in my opinion. They're great for throwing in the gambling side of the investments, saying, will this go up? How far? And what are we going to do with it? And so at the end of this, I'll go through the microcaps I've talked about a few times on this channel. We'll look at the charts. They're going to look like most microcaps right now. And I'll give you a realistic view of what I think about the generalized market. Now, with that being said, if you guys have been buying any crypto, let me down below what it is that you're buying. Or have you been putting things just into Bitcoin? Have you just been staking what you have? Have you panic sold? Is there crypto that you're looking for at certain prices? I'm genuinely curious. I'm also always looking. I'll talk to you guys in the comment section. I love responding to you guys. So that being said, let's just kind of jump right into this of what the hell's been going on with crypto and what do I think is going to go on and what have I been looking at buying. Okay, so I'll pull up some charts at the end, but right now, crypto is just not popular. Plain and simple. We're on a risk-off market right now, and people follow green candles. They do this in every market, right? And as gold went up, for the first time, I think ever, in a short period of time, gold doubled, right? That doesn't usually happen. It's gold. It got up to a $37 trillion market cap, for crying out loud. But it's that people saw it going up. And people bought in more because now gold must be good again. And when you look at it, people were selling their other assets. They were selling stocks. They were selling crypto to buy gold. More people understand gold. Nice little shiny rock. They did it in ETFs and in physical form. And that kept going up. And as everything else either stayed still, stocks, or started going down, crypto market, people put more and more money into gold. And it just kept on going up. Maybe it's this direction. Either way, it kept going north. And the same thing happened to silver. When people are uncertain, people buy things that they're more certain of. In all reality, a lot of people who bought gold have lost money now, right? And if they hold it, in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, they'll be up. It's the way assets generally work if it's a good asset, right? But a lot of people are down in gold right now. A lot more people are down in silver right now because they bought at the top. And with a 30% drop, yeah, anyone who bought over about $80 or so is down. It might go further. It might go back up. We don't know. But the point is, everyone did with gold what we do with crypto, right? It happens in stocks, happens with silver. It's just a normal rotation. And the big reason why I don't think that we're in the big bear market for crypto is that there's liquidity out there. The money is out there. It's just the sentiment is everyone's putting a lot more into precious metals than they usually do. All right, it's a narrative switch. Everything cycles. We will get back into the crypto rounds, I think, before long. To be clear, my opinion, and I will gladly be wrong depending on which way I'm wrong, I'm not confident we're going to have that major alt season where everything raises, 20x. Uh, I'm very confident we're going to have a relief rally soon, and by soon, I do think it's going to happen before April. Uh, kind of hoping it's going to be happening by the end of this month in February, but I do think before the end of April. And what I mean by a relief rally is, again, my opinions, my conviction. I think that we're going to have the top couple hundred crypto, maybe 2 to 300, is going to get their big boosts. I'm not as confident about all the microcaps in general. Some of them are going to explode, right? I mean, if Bitcoin gets up, hits close to the previous all-time high, or clears it, gets up to about 140K, 160K, like I think, we're going to have the macro caps jump up. And then, yeah, we're going to have micro caps that are just going to go through the roof here and there. Some of them are going to be memes. Some are going to be a new coin that we've never heard of. Some is going to be one that's been held out for, 3 cycles. But I think in general, we're going to see the top couple hundred rise really well. And I do think it's going to be most of the ones with strong utility. I really do. Granted, it's where I'm putting my money into it. So, I mean, I'm trying to put value in my own opinion with that one. Because I see the market's kind of been evolving a little bit, where people seem to want to put more of their money into real world projects, ones that they understand. It's why I think RWA, though most people don't actually understand what tokenized means, people think they do. And they understand about money and banks. Oh, a bank is using this. Oh, a government is going to use this. Oh, NVIDIA has mentioned this company 30 times, right? People understand that kind of stuff. And I think those are the crypto that's really going to go up. And memes, people just love gambling. So memes are always going to be there. I'm not worried about that. Which meme, different story. But I do think we're going to have a major relief rally. And we constantly hear this continuum of, we knew about Bitcoin, money, people sell Bitcoin, goes in Ethereum. Ethereum sells off, goes down to the large caps. People sell large caps to the micro caps. All right. And then we've been hearing a lot about how gold, when we have gold, people buy it, it goes down, and they put it into risky assets like crypto. And what was really interesting was there is a company you might have heard of that debunked that myth. And I don't mean this to be bad news, I just kind of think it's irrelevant personally. Saying that they checked and there's no correlation of when gold goes up and then Bitcoin goes up. They'll see that gold might go up so high and then in 2 weeks Bitcoin goes up, or in 6 weeks Bitcoin goes up, or another time in 12 weeks Bitcoin goes up. If you wait long enough, you can correlate saying it went up. You can also do the inverse, right? Bitcoin went up, and then 3 months later, gold went up, or 6 months later, gold went up. We just cycle through narratives. There appears to be no correlation. And by the way, the company that came out and did this research and said that was Coinbase, right? They actually, I was going to say they have no profitable reason to do that other than they are bringing ETFs and likely precious metals and all that stuff onto on-chain. But I mean, they're one of the biggest crypto exchanges out there, right? Binance beats them. Woohoo. Right? But they went ahead, they debunked this myth. They sent out big news emails and articles about that. So interesting how we're holding on to this idea that when gold sells off, we're going to have a crypto bounce. I don't think they're related. I think that if anything, right now, we're just everyone's afraid of risk. So when they start seeing that, crypto's not a risk right now, people can put more money into it. Yeah, it might happen after people lose a shit ton of money in gold and silver whenever it stops going up. But I'll be sitting here. I'll be waiting. I think it's going to happen the next couple of months. What do you guys think? Do you think we're going to have an alt season? Do you think we're just going to have more of what I think of like a relief rally of the couple top 100? I'm really curious. I don't want to make this a debate, though. They happen regardless. Let me know your thoughts down below. Now, let's get into a couple of the micro caps, things that I'm looking at, things I still hold, because I have several of you guys will ask about, what about this coin? What about that? So far, I've held on to everything. I do have planned by the end of this month, if I don't really feel like an alt season is coming. Again, guys, this is my opinion, my plan. Do not copy. Have your reasons to do what you do. But by the third week or so of February, if it doesn't seem like those microcaps are coming up, I'm down in a lot of them. Some of them down, 20, 30%. I'm going to move them at a loss. Oh my God, I know. At a loss into large caps that I'm confident that it eventually will go up. Long-term play, right? It's kind of going on, okay, I'm not so worried about the short term anymore because that's the way I see microcaps. They are short-term plays in my opinion, way I do things. So if I'm going to go ahead and stop the idea of a short-term play, I will take a 20% loss, move it into something like Ethereum or Quant or XRP or Solana. Add your favorite crypto, right? That I think that over the next 3 months to 5 years or beyond is going to go way over that 20%, right? So my mindset is if I don't see the relief rally or an altcoin season coming soon, I'm going to de-risk by changing my strategy of having short-term plays and playing it long-term. And the great thing is I can always go back, right? So just a quick little mindset because I've had people ask me about that too. Now let's talk about microcaps. All right, so of the microcaps I still hold, first one is Illuvium. So a lot of these we're going to look at and think, oh my God, are they dead? And in all reality, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, no, Illuvium to the moon. I don't know. They're microcaps. To me, again, these are borderline Hail Mary plays at the best. Okay, moderate. I got more faith in one. But Illuvium, can't believe how far it's gone down. If you guys know this one, last cycle, it hit, what, over $2,000? I remember swing trading this son of a bitch between 80 and 120. I think this was in 2024. Did me well, and now we just look at we're under $5. And 2 years ago, I would not have believed that. So this one is a very small supply, right? Under 12 million tokens. It has gotten just slashed like most other crypto. So this is one that if you think it is dead, I'm not going to blame you for it, but they have a real product. And that's why I'm currently still in it, and that's why I like Illuvium. It's a big game. They keep making announcements. They keep making upgrades. It's actually 3 games. They constantly have tournaments. The biggest issue, in my opinion, with Illuvium is that they do the play-to-earn model, meaning a lot of people who play Illuvium do it for crypto, and then it doesn't become a game as much of a way of making funds, and that always dries up over time. At least it has so far. But when the massive game comes out, that's going to be the chance, and that's where I put a little bit of money faith into it, is saying, are we going to go back up? I don't think we're going to hit several $1,000s. But at this point, if you think it's going to get back up to $50, which I think is incredibly realistic if the game hits, yeah, you're sitting easily at a 10, 12x at that point. If we zoom out a little bit of just from a year ago, we can look to see how much it dropped. Oh, look, I got lines from back in the day. Right? I mean, just a year ago, we were already up to 20. It has been a very slow bleed, but a consistent bleed. So you can see this in one of 2 ways. If you have faith that the game is going to do well, and that it's going to get all the notoriety and attention that they were going for, it's going to get mainstream, or even partially for a little while, this could be an awesome entry point at $4.21. Right? Gaming has not hit in general in the last 2 years for crypto, really. It's why Avalanche has been down so much. It's mostly a gaming layer 0, layer 1. I understand it does a lot more, but it is a big niche of it. But Illuvium, I'm still holding on to it. Want to see where it ends up going. Again, it all wrap around of does the game hit? And with such a small coin supply of essentially half of Bitcoin, it doesn't take much money for this thing to go back up. But it needs to get the popularity and the confidence in there. So that's something we're going to see over time. If you still own Illuvium, kudos to you too. Holding in as it bleeds. Next, ASM. This is the one that I've got more faith in, and if I hold any of my microcaps longer term, it's going to be this one. And it has nothing to do with the price action. Right? Nothing to do with the price action. For this one, if you're not familiar, it's an AI agent play. I keep this as, again, I think it's a good little microcap that's going to eventually have its day. I might hold on this one long term. I'm not sure yet. But it does crypto journalism. It knocks out journal articles, dozens of them every day, on mostly macroeconomics tied into crypto. They got data partnerships with Binance and now CoinGecko. They're working on more. They're a micro cap, very tiny, at a sub $12 million market cap right now, but they actually have a real product. They have money coming in. A lot of micro caps don't have that, and it's a niche. There's not really too many companies out there that's doing multi-language articles that companies and institutions can pay to promote articles about them, kind of like you do on social media, through ASM to boost it. They're having their massive NS3 swap, their free app where you can take quizzes to get free crypto into it. That's coming up at the end of this month. So I've got still a little bit of faith in this one. I've also just held on to it. I bought a little bit more the other day. It was a great way to bring down my average. And yeah, a bunch of little marks from the past, things we've talked about in previous little videos. It's on a downward slide. So if you're looking for getting in something that's early and you want to have a high risk, high reward, AI agents are going to be around. I think that narrative is going to come back for sure because people like AI. And when you have something that has AI in the name, as silly as that is, it's going to make a difference. The fact that it's on Coinbase makes it easy to buy. It's sub a penny. People love that shit. There's my little spiel on that one. Let me know, are you guys in any AI agent plays? Are you still holding ASM? Not? Let me know down below. Then lastly, let's pull up Foxy. This is the meme that I'm into. And this one, if things don't change, I'll end up getting out and taking a loss on this one. I've been able to DCA decently, but I'm still down. This is a little meme coin. God, I never liked memes. But I got into this one because of the backing. It's a mascot token for MetaMask, for Linea, the layer 2 on Ethereum, and Joe Lubin's his Ethereum reserve company and beyond of Consensus, partnered and going there with SharpLink. I don't think Fox is going to go down to zero because of the backing. They can go down further for sure, but they do a lot of airdrops. They do a lot of advertising, as Linea does well, especially if Linea gets the major Swift deal. I think Foxy's going to rebound nice and well on that one because they push Foxy as the best meme on Linea. Granted, Linea is a new layer 2, so it doesn't have that much pull right now, and I think that's why Foxy has gone down. Not only just the entire effing market sentiment's low. But if I end up getting out of Foxy, it's one that I'll probably farm for airdrops again in the future. I like it. And if you're looking for a meme that has in my opinion, low chance of going to zero or fully rug pulling because we know who the owners are, they're mascots. It's the mascot of several companies. It's going to stay around. How far it goes up, how quickly, that's where we want to play and we want to gamble with a little bit. So what memes are you guys still in? I'm very curious. If you guys are in anything other than the major ones, like Pepe, Shiba, With, any of those, what other smaller ones are you guys still in? Show them to me. I'll take a look. I like swing trading. So there we have it, guys. Little macro to micro conversation. Let me know what have you been buying? Are you just putting money on the side, waiting for the market to switch over so you get in ideally as things go back up? I'm curious. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Thank you again. Peace.